This is by far the most requested thing I've had in my comments for a really long time, and now there's a deluxe version of the album out, so let's listen to it. Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, and it's me, Rusty and Charmaine. How are you doing? Yeah, it's finally time to check out Rosalia Lush, the complete works. Why now? Because this came out. And the other reason why now is because the Ray experiment, where I cut that video into 4 chunks based on the 4 chunks that the album is cut into, went really, really well. Excellent experiment. Lots of positive feedback from you. Thank you if you watched those videos. And this album is also, if we look at Wikipedia, cut into 4 movements. They are not of equal length or anything close, but they are cut. You can also see the different pieces on the original version of the album, which we'll be coming back to here and there, because this is the one with the critic reviews on it, so I'd like to look at those when we get to the end and put our own review down. But yeah, for the most part, we'll be using this version, the complete works. I also have open both the English translation of the lyrics and also the original Spanish. I've decided that whilst the songs are playing, I'm going to have the Spanish up and we'll follow along, and then we'll read the English after. Full disclosure, I've attempted this once already, literally a few minutes ago, and I scrapped it and I'm starting again. I only listened to the first song, hence why if you look at the bottom here, it already has a like on it. So I only listened to the first 2 minutes, but the thing that I was doing that's causing me to restart, I know a little bit of Spanish. Not enough to understand everything that's being said, but enough to know what the odd word means, such as vivir el mundo primero Dios, such as from the title of this song, Se solvía en llantas. I didn't know llantas meant tires on a car, and so that was very confusing. And what I was finding myself doing subconsciously, actually, no, consciously, was that I was sitting here trying to figure out what she's saying. And that was kind of taking me out of the music a little bit. So, English lyrics up, we'll look at those after. While it's playing, I'm just going to listen to it. And do my best not to do that, because I didn't ruin the song for myself. I still hit like on it. But I did find myself kind of, that's what I was doing. I was translating in my head rather than just listening. So, yeah. Well, I spoke about the Ray video. Like the Ray video, this one is going to be split over the next 4 Wednesdays. Obviously, we're going to listen to Movement 1 here, and then we're going to listen to the other 3 over the next 3 weeks. That didn't really need spelling out, did it? We're going to rate each track out of 100, and then once we've done that, we'll rate and review the album out of 100 as well. And then once we've done that, we'll look at the critical and other user reviews and see what everyone else is saying. Although I already know that this is very much critically acclaimed because it won awards and stuff, or it's up for awards. And how I first heard about it was when I did my awards last year. People telling me that I should have put this in the voting, but I hadn't listened to it, so I couldn't. And also, it can still now be eligible for this year. So yeah, should we crack on? Why not? I think the last thing to just quickly mention is that if you don't want to wait 4 weeks, if you want to, this one first. If you want to watch this entire video in one go, you can do on roystandcharmaine.com. You can also get merch like this, get discounts on it. You can request videos if you want me to listen to a different album. You can pay me and I will. You can also become a member and go in the Discord, watch videos that are blocked worldwide, extended versions of videos, exclusive videos. You know how it is. It's basically a Patreon, but it's my own website, so I have more control over it and stuff. It's better for me. Yeah, if you like the sound of that, check out the link in the description. And if for no other reason, just it'd help support me. And I appreciate everyone who's over there. Thank you all so much. All right. Let's listen to this again. I only just listened to this 10 minutes ago. I could lie and pretend it's like a first reaction again, but that's not what I'm about. So I have already heard this one. I'm pretty sure I paused it. As you can see, I paused it at 2 minutes 16 because it sounded a lot like it was going to flow into the next song. So I'm going to do that again. Yeah, let's listen to it. Such an evocative image from this musicianship. It's so Latin Europe. People first sent it to me, I thought she was Latin American, but no, she is from España. Mi español no es suficiente bueno. I wish it was. Beautiful voice.
Primero amar el mundo y luego amar a Dios. ¿Quién pudiera vivir entre los dos? Primero amar el mundo y luego amar a Dios.
Oh, I didn't notice that first time. I didn't notice how. Did they use a chorus effect? There's definitely like a delay and reverb added on that. It was like on the end of this line. My cursor isn't showing. There we go. On the end of this line, there's definitely like an added reverb. But did it also just add loads of layers? It did. As the strings swell. That's a really nice effect. Yeah, and then we're going to these digital stabs.
Deportes de sangre, monedas en gargantas. En el segundo, destellos, palomas y santas. La gracia y el fruto y el beso de la balanza. ¿Quién pudiera vivir entre los dos? Primero amar el mundo.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure this is going to go into something. So let's pause it there. So, in English, who could live between the two? First love the world and then love God. Who could come from this earth and enter heaven and return to earth? That between earth and heaven there would never be ground. In the first, sex, violence, and tires. The American spelling threw me off massively. The first time I was reading through this, I thought it meant tires like the sex and violence makes you tired. Why take the Y out of that for word? Whatever. Bloodshed, coins in throats. In the second, flashes, doves, and saints grace the fruit and the weight of the scales. Who could live between the two? First, love the world, and then love God. So, I also read this. Outlining, the album's central conflict, duality between earthly and divine. So, she's dressed like a Catholic nun, or similar on the album cover. So we're definitely exploring this kind of religious idea. And it does feel a bit like, we're looking at the world, and we believe in this God that we believe is all powerful and all good, and yet there's so much bad in the world. It's that old conundrum of how can God exist in the state that we believe him to exist, and yet the world we live in is like this. Someone who isn't a God believer, I don't tend to have that conundrum. I just know that, particles collide and eventually people murder. That's how that works. But it's an intriguing premise for an album. and the song itself is beautiful. This section where we go into the more stabby section, it raised my eyebrows when I first listened to it, because I thought, it sounds so classical. It sounds so, well, literally classical, but also kind of classico, I guess. It's very Latin. The kind of music that like Enrique Iglesias' dad, Julio Iglesias, would have made. But then we hit these very electronic, intentionally electronic sounding stabs. And I thought there's going to be that with a drum beat at some point, and it's going to go more modern pop sounding. Shall we find out? Let's do that. But first I need to whack an arbitrary number in this box. I think it's a 2-minute 20. I hit like on it, but it's a 2-minute 20 intro teaser to an album. I'm just going to hit 8 on the dot, and then we'll listen to Reliquia, which is a word I don't know, and see. This numbers aren't set in stone. If this flows beautifully into an excellent song, this might go up. If this flows terribly into a crap song, it might go down. Let's see which of those ends up being the case. It did not flow in. Okay.
Que perdí mis manos en Jerez y mis ojos en Roma. Crecí y el descaro lo aprendí por ahí por Barcelona.
So it's unavoidable to notice all the place names. Jerez is in southern Spain. Rome, Barcelona, Paris.
Pero mi corazón nunca ha sido mío, yo siempre lo doy. Coge un trozo de mí, quédatelo pa' cuando no estés, seré tu reliquia. Soy tu reliquia.
I will say, not looking at the translation yet, but I feel like every time I listen to an album by a female solo artist, there is always a song, always, where the verses are just listing items in a place, items in a place, items in a place. It's such a trope. And it's almost never good. It's almost always lazy lyricism. I'll wait for the translation to judge that properly. But I like this, how we're teasing out the modern pop, where it's slowly eking into the sound, amidst the more classical kinds of inspiration.
Y la amiga en Bangkok, un mal amor en Madrid y en México el blond, la mala hostia en Berlín y el hasta en Granada. Perre nació el coraje, pero el cielo nació en Buenos Aires. En Japón lloré y mis pestañas deshilé y en la ciudad de Cristo.
A voice incredible.
Fue que me trasquilé, pero el pelo vuelve a crecer, la pureza también, la pureza está en mí y está en No soy una santa, pero estoy blessed. Pero mi corazón nunca ha sido mío, yo siempre lo doy. Coge un trozo de mí, quédatelo pa' cuando no estés. Seré tu reliquia. Soy tu reliquia.
I'm working really hard not to try. Soy tu reliquia. I'm your. So it's like relinquish. I'm your regret. I'm your. Oh, I'm so intrigued. We'll see in a minute. No, soy tu. No, I'm your. Yeah, I'm your.
Huyendo de aquí, como huir de Florida, somos delfines saltando, saliendo y entrando en el aro escarlata y brillante del tiempo. Es solo un momento, mar eterno y bravo, la eterna canción, ni tiene salida, ni tiene mi perdón.
So the sound of a turning page, and then we get mangled into this. I don't think I did like it as much as the previous one. Let's have a read and then I'll decide. Let's start. Right. Me, who lost my hands in Jerez and my eyes in Rome. I grew up and I learned shamelessness somewhere around Barcelona. I lost my tongue in Paris, my time in LA. My heels in Milan, my smile in the UK. But my heart has never been mine, I always gave it away. Take a piece of me, keep it for when I'm gone. I'll be your relic. Relic, okay. I'm your relic, I'll be your relic. So relic like a keepsake, like a... Yeah. Interesting. See, now this reminds me of a song by what's the band called? Of Monsters and Men, I think they're called. About slowly losing your internal organs one by one, intentionally, as it's an expression of sadness and hopelessness. But this is kind of the inverse of that, in that they're being taken. So lost my hands in Jerez, so like her ability to act, her eyes to see. Learned shamelessness. Lost my tongue to speak. I don't know what my time in LA is. My heels in Milan. Not sure what that would mean either. And then my smile in the UK. Everyone loses their smile in the UK, don't worry about it. My heart has never been mine. I always give it away. Take a piece of me, keep it for when I'm gone. I'll be your relic. So then we have more of the same sort of thing. In Puerto Rico, courage was born, but the sky was born in Buenos Aires. City of Glass, where's that? Official nickname of A Coruña. Oh, cool. I think that's northern Spain, isn't it? Isn't that up near like Basque area? Could be completely wrong. I don't know. Don't know Spanish geography that well. That's where I got my hair cut off. Purity is in me and it's in Marrakesh. I think the place names are just, it's a bit relentless. I like this idea though of I'll be your relic. Running away from here like I ran from Florida, we are dolphins jumping, going in and out of the scarlet and shining hoop of time. It's only a moment, eternal and fierce sea, the eternal song. It has neither an exit nor my forgiveness. It's on the Spanish version. There's a blurb en español. I think, why did that not connect quite the same? I think it's going to be a 77 on that one. I think it's way too familiar, a song that just drops place names constantly. At least they didn't do the thing where they drop brand names constantly. That's even worse. But it just is such a trope, and it's unavoidable when listening to it not to hear that trope when you've done as many like reactions to that kind of album as I have in the past year. And we're still teasing out this kind of modern pop sound, but it came in such strange places. Like it came in about here, didn't it? I think, and then again here, and for the ending, it just felt a little random. Didn't feel integrated. It felt like it was interrupting the song to happen rather than being part of the song. But her voice is still incredible and this vibe is still intriguing, so I'm a long way off giving it anything even resembling a low score. We're still above 3/4 perfect. We're just not quite into great song territory at the minute. Is that one of the most played ones on the album? No, nowhere near. Right. Okay. Next up is divinize, which is a word I know. No, it's an English word, to be fair. Meaning to make someone into a god. Put them on a pedestal, so to speak. Let's see what this song is saying.
Frita, roja i rodona, aquí l'endevina, òbviament és la poma que està prohibida, i si només la mires et salvaries, però sense mossegar. This ghost is still alive, I'm still alive. Està més viva que mai, més viva que mai. Through my body you can see the light.
Oh, that's so dark.
All of my pride.
Oh.
Know that I was made to divinize. Outside me, inside me. Outside me, inside me.
I was made to divinize. Does that mean in what sense of the verb? She was made to be divinized, or she was made to divinize others? The ghost's still alive, I'm still alive. Through my body you can see the light. Bruise me up, I'll eat all of my pride. I could be either. Like, bruise me up, like one line speaks to one and one line speaks to another. It's like through my body you can see the light kind of implies that she's the one who's divine. But bruise me up, I'll eat all of my pride implies that she's the one that's doing the forgiving. Oh, wait, and in their belief, that's still the divine. Okay, yeah. I took this as like, I'll still divinize you even if you're horrible. But no, it doesn't mean that, does it? Okay, yeah. I'm there. Let's go back a bit.
Sempre te gana, tot somric a la mana, se sent més estimada, el vertigen del cos, una absència que sàcia, perseguint a la gràcia, el dolor una delícia, la divina buidor i els rajos de la lluna la nodreixen de fredor i privaces la indulgència que practica per amor.
Beautiful.
Raise me up a little of my pride. Know that I was made to divinize. Outside me, inside me, outside.
Oh. Beautiful. Whoa. Wasn't expecting the sudden end. Okay. Every criticism I had of the last song is addressed in this one. Well, not addressed in it, but resolved for the modern hip hop kind of dark. I don't know what to call it. Like electronic sections feel really well integrated in this one. Feels like it fits with the vibe of the song much better. There's nothing trope about these lyrics. It's very intriguingly enigmatic again, like the first one was. Yeah, much better. Red and brown fruit, who can guess it? So forbidden fruit. Obviously, it's the apple that's forbidden. Yep, okay, state it as well. And if you only looked at it, you'd be saved, but without biting it. The ghost's still alive, I'm still alive. It's more alive than ever, more alive than ever. Through my body you can see the light, bruise me up, I'll eat all my pride. I know that I was made to divinize. Outside me, inside me. I'm always hungry for you, you're the king who commands her. She feels more loved in the vertigo of the body, an absence that satisfies. Chasing after grace, pain a delight, the divine emptiness, and the rays of the moon. Nourish her with coldness, and abstaining in the indulgence she practices out of love. Each vertebra reveals a mystery. Pray on my spine, it's a rosary. The lines of her body fading away to the border. Not everyone will understand it. She doesn't expect them to. They think it's the end, but it's only just the beginning. No, it's only just beginning. Okay. So at the start we have kind of Eve. And then we say that the ghost of Eve is alive, more alive than ever. I feel like this is a... Well, look, it's not a secret to anyone, I think, that when people refer to Eve, or indeed to Adam, it's a metaphor for either just women generally or men generally. Or Adam sometimes just as humans generally. I think this is referring specifically to women and to... I still can't take this as being abused as not anything other than being abused and being forgiveful for it, or at least for just taking it. But she believes that through this she will ascend into something greater. Nothing written. Can I translate the Spanish one? There isn't a Spanish one. It's so... Let's see what we've written in here. I'll start at the top. I'll go into this other view so you can see it as well. Rosalia draws on Christianity, specifically the popular belief that the apple as the forbidden fruit that Adam and Eve were prohibited from eating, as narrated in Genesis. Eating this fruit led to their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. Yeah. Rosalia reflects on not giving in to the forbidden fruit. If you only looked at it, you would be saved. In the context of the song, a third person seems to be appealing to someone not to give in to sin. Okay. Deprivation and abstinence, as later narrated in the song, are the keys to divine salvation. Alright. Yeah, so she is the vessel for the divine. She understands that her connection to the spiritual is her reason for being, and the use of the verb divinize is closely linked to exaltation or glorification. It's still weird for me that it's all these American spellings, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't think I know enough about Catholic ideology to quite grasp this. I was thinking it's more. Again, I don't really think about religion ever. I was feeling this more as a general. I was seeing it like an abused woman, or women generally. Again, with the Eve thing, because it, how can I say this? I don't want to offend people. All those stories in the Bible, they're written by men. They didn't actually happen, sorry. They're written by men, and they would make it the woman who sinned, And there's always this idea that it served her right. But all she was eating an apple. Who actually gives a shit? And I just the vibe I was getting from this was that this is a downtrodden woman who represents all women, knowing that as they are put through what they're put through, they'll still hold themselves to a higher standard and will eventually benefit. That's what I took it as, but apparently not. The lines of her body fading away. Yeah. So she ascends into something higher. I'm a little bit lost, I'll be honest, with the lyrics in this. I think it's coming from a culture I know little to nothing about, and speaking in the guise of a belief system that I also know little to nothing about. So I might have to just kind of step back a little from the lyrics and not really worry too much about what it's saying, and just kind of go based on what I'm being told a little bit. So this next one features someone called Dougie F. Let's listen to it. Oh, Numbers. I forgot Numbers. That was a fucking brilliant song. It's a solid 87. There you can see I typed it. All over the place. I have to deal with translations and shit. I'm not used to doing that. Right, let's go back to the beginning of this.
Mi piel es fina, de porcelana, rota en la esquina. Mi piel es fina, de porcelana y de llamana, luz que ilumina, ruina divina. El placer anestesia mi dolor, el dolor anestesia mi placer. Lo que tengo, lo que hago, mi valor, y el dolor siempre vuelve a aparecer.
See, we're sounding modern, but it's still the classical instrumentation. So well done.
Como un cubata cae en mi garganta y se vierte mi pelo hasta el suelo. Ego sam nil, ego sam lux mundi. Ego sam nil, ego sam lux mundi. Ego sam nil, ego sam lux mundi. Y mi, ego sam lux mundi.
Lo that you
Traje algo pa' que tú te relajes.
Hang on. Did they not just add like a delay or anything to that? They just had him say it like that. That sounds so weird. Yeah, no, he's just doing that. He's going scares. You can hear his breath. That's such a weird choice.
Aquí tienes este homenaje. Soy la diva del tigueraje. Traje algo que te pueda coraje. En tu lore falta viaje, pero a ti te sobra equipaje.
I know that the way that you scared.
Te puedo enamorar.
I feel like I'm not supposed to laugh at
Yo
that.
te puedo inspirar.
Oh, I was wondering if he was maybe like Korean or something. What language? That is, don't think that is Korean though, is it?
Yo te puedo elevar.
Japanese.
Yo te puedo humillar, pa' bien o para mal. Transformar Bon antes de tearu. Kimi ni dai nashi ni sareru mae ni yabai yatsute omou kana. Motte umareta sai no nano. Motte umareta sai no nano. Watashi wa kaos no yo. Date kami-sama ga kimeta koto.
So Rosalia has sung so far in Spanish, English, and Japanese.
Algo pa' que tú te relajes. Aquí tienes este homenaje.
Incredibly impressive.
Soy la diva del tigueraje. Traje algo que te pueda
What did I hit like on this?
En tu lore falta viaje, pero a ti te sobra
I haven't. Why is the like little? I never liked it. Because I'm not hitting like on this one so far. Because of this part. Because I'm fairly certain that isn't meant to be hilarious. But it is. It's fucking... It's terrible. It's awful sounding. The rest of the song's great. But this bit just kills the vibe completely. It's so silly. I like this though. It's kind of low claps with the ooh. Yeah, it's a good song. It just has a part in it that's just really silly and detracts from the entire thing. Another sudden ending. Is that going to become a thing on this album? I'm going to go here first because it was a difficult one for me. I'm going to go with a 74. I really liked the song. All of it. All of Rosalia's parts. But man, the Dougie F thing, whoever this Donny is, really detracted from it for me. I don't think it's supposed to be funny. If we read the lyrics and it's a comedy song, then I might change that, but it isn't. My skin is thin, made of porcelain, cracked at the corner, and from it emanates light that illuminates or divine ruin. Okay, so she's full of this light. Leading on from the previous song, she's full of this light and she's set to burst with it. And it could be great or it could be horror. I guess that'll be up to the perceiver. Pleasure numbs my pain, pain numbs my pleasure. So balance. What I have, what I do, my worth and pain will always comes back again. I don't believe in you until you spill over my chest. Sorry. Dirty minds will read that line in a different way to others. Inside my heart and my brain. Oh, until you spill over my chest, inside my heart and my brain. Like a cocktail falling down my throat and pouring it through my hair to the floor. That doesn't help, that imagery either. I am nothing. I am the light of the world. So yeah, this dichotomy, this balance, this... it's almost like 90s grunge or like Alanis Morissette kind of say one thing, say the opposite kind of trope. I'm sorry, this is just dreadful. It sounds terrible. Who is Dougie F? Who are you? Let's be having you. He's trying to see like where he's from. He's the leader of Strike Records. Got a song on NBA 2K17. Where did Dougie come from? Oh, not the dance move, dickhead. There we go, New Jersey. I'm sorry, Dougie, but you absolutely fucking murdered this song. Killed it as a serious piece of music. Because I'm sorry, it's just funny. You can hear him breathing in between them. It just sounds so crap. Yeah, the song's kind of dead as soon as he does that, really. It's just so funny sounding. Oh dear. So far then, this album, for me at least, is a little bit up and down. Like, well, I say up and down. Up and not quite as up. Where's the fucking song list? Oh, I've gone past it. Like, there's no down here. The lowest is 74, which is 3/4 perfect, pretty much. But we've gone a really good little opener, and then the song it leads into a little underwhelming, then an excellent song, and then a good song with a really bad moment that kind of detracts from it. So, if Mio Cristo Piange Diamante can resolve back to 80s, high 80s, I think we can call this first part a success. But if it's another 70s, I think we'll have to call it a voice break. What happened there? I'm 34, I don't get voice breaks anymore. But, well, I did then. So, actually, my voice was going earlier, isn't it? And I've got a really dry mouth. I think I'm getting ill, everyone. Fun. What was I saying? I am useless. Right. Last song of the set, of the movement. Mio Cristo Piange Diamante.
Sei l'uragano più bello che io abbia mai visto, il migliore dei dolmeni si alzarebbe per te. Fai tremare la terra e si innalzi al tuo fianco.
It's so good when it just sits back and lets her voice just go.
Imperfetti, agenti del caos, ci smontiamo come i miti, mio re dell'anarchia, mio astro imprudente, preferito. Quando piangi raccogli le tue lacrime e bagna la tua fronte, qualunque sia il crimine. Mio Cristo piange diamante, piange diamante, mio Cristo in diamante, ti porto sempre, sempre ti porto sempre. Ti porto sempre, sempre. Sempre.
Oh, it got me. I thought we were going.
La verità è che entrambi abbiamo macchia e nessuno dei due può sfuggire di l'altro. C'è sempre qualcosa di te che ancora non so come il lato nascosto della luna, una volta svellato, so che non lo dimenticherò. Quanti pugni ti hanno dato, che avrebbero dovuto essere abbracci, e quanti abbracci hai dato, che avrebbero
It's like we're teetering over the edge of something. Like something's gonna happen here.
Mio caro amico, l'amore che non si sceglie, non si lascia cadere. Mio caro amico, con te la gravità è graziosa, la grazia è grave. Il mio Cristo piange diamante, piange diamante, mio Cristo in diamante, ti porto sempre, sempre, ti porto sempre, ti porto sempre, sempre.
Jesus.
That's gonna be the energy. And then
Yeah. Okay. So that's the end of first movement here. If she doesn't have a background in opera, then well, she does, doesn't she? Let's be honest. What a voice, man! Just carries this entire song, and yeah, just that feeling of anticipation building. I guess it does pay at the very end, but not really. I think it's going to lead on into the next part. And with the lyrics of the last song being about her being about to burst, and it could be great or it could be good, I feel like this is leading to that end. Let's have a read. You are the most beautiful hurricane that I've ever seen, the finest of dolmens. A portal tomb is a type of single chamber. I'll just open this for you. Single chamber megalithic tomb. So similar to what Jesus was inside now. The finest of dolmens would rise for you. You make the earth tremble, and it rises by your side. But when the one who cannot rise is you, imperfect agents of chaos, we dismantle ourselves like myths. My king of anarchy, my favorite reckless star, when you cry, gather your tears and wet your forehead, so like in a christening, whatever the crime may be. See, this feels like we're talking Christ. But then the one who cannot rise is Satan, no? So again, there's a dichotomy from the last song, and that's what we seem to be still talking about now. My Christ cries diamond. I thought that's what it was saying, but I couldn't make sense of what that would mean. I carry you always. The truth is that we both have stains, and neither of us can escape the other. There's always something of you that I still don't know, like the dark side of the moon. Once revealed, I know I won't forget how many punches were given to you that should have been hugs, and how many hugs have you given that could have been punches. My dear friend, love that cannot be chosen and cannot let fall. My dear friend, with you gravity is graceful and grace is grave. Is this like the divine speaking to the evil and showing sympathy for the devil, and vowing to come together? In the context of that conversation, referring to composition that is inspired by the spiritual and emotional relationship between St. Francis of Assisi and St. Clare of Assisi. Okay, I know nothing about either of them. The reference focuses on the idea of contemplative friendship, mutual support, and non-possessive love. and a spiritual union without a physical relationship, elements frequently mentioned in hagiographic studies on both figures. Okay, again, it's beyond me because it's about something that I completely just know nothing about and is entirely alien to everything in my life, which is interesting, but also difficult because I don't really know. I can't read a series of words and not take in a meaning from it. But then the meaning intended is so far away from anything I know that it's difficult. We were saying how this part could end great or end terribly. It's ended great. That was fantastic. Was it as good as Divinize? I don't think quite. But I'll give it an 85. So 80, 77, 87, 74, 85. This album could really go like either way at this point. Like we're, fittingly for the last song, we're teetering on the edge of, is this going to be an all-timer? Or is this going to be good, not great? It could be either or. I'm intrigued to carry on, so much so that I've got some stuff I need to do. I'll be honest, I was looking at the time, so I was I've been in this room ages. I keep doing that. I get lost, especially when I'm listening to good music. Time just, the pages just fall off the calendar when I'm sitting doing this. I have other stuff I need to do, but I think I'll try and come back this evening and do part 2. For you, obviously, it'll be next week, unless you go to roastingcharmaine.com. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Join me again next week for more of, this. All right. From me, Roasting Charmaine, and from my channel founders, Trinix, Cabbage Cake, Hannah, Argo, I'm Matthew Ross. Until the future, drive safe.